Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tom or Gummy, and today we are here with my 50k Q&A, which is half of my 50k celebration. The gaming setup tour will be coming out ideally on the Wednesday. I'll try and get it out as soon as possible, ready for the Adventure Freddy statue on the Saturday. With that said, I'm also relaunching my second channel as of today. The first video just went up, which is the Alice in Wonderland tag with a few of my friends, so if you want to check that out, that'd be awesome. I'm going to be uploading 2 videos a week there, one on the Thursday, which is going to be a minigame video such as tag, hide and seek, you name it, and then on Saturday will be a bonus tutorial, which would normally be on the channel if I had more slots, but it's not, so I put it on the second channel as a bonus video. So hopefully you'll check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. It's youtube.com/gbgamescreations. So with that said and done, we can now move on to the Q&A. I have received over 200 questions between all my social media. Quick little plug, at Gummy Bear Games on Twitter, at GummyBear_games on Instagram, and also, of course, Gummy Bear Games on YouTube. So yeah, around 200 questions. I've whittled it down to, or should I say narrowed it down to 25, which is 20 like decent length questions and then 5 quickfire questions, which I can get done nice and quickly. Apologies if I didn't get your question in here. Again, there's a lot of questions, and I'll try and reply to your question personally in text form on the comments section. So anyways, question number 1. We're going to start nice and promptly, as I said, because I don't want to waffle too much. I'm pretty renowned for waffling, and I want to try and avoid it and make this video as good as possible, because it is, of course, a 50k celebration and not a 50k waffle session. Unless you want a waffle session, of course, then let me know. But anyways, question number 1 by Batman Man01, and he asks, how old are you? So I am 17 years old as of today, which is the 26th of May 2016. As of August 11th 2016, I'll be 18 years old, so if you're watching this in the future, I will be an adult. Yay. Question number 2. Wob Buffet FS wants to know, how long have you been playing Minecraft? So I've been playing it since 1.8, which I believe is like 2 or 3 years ago. I think like 3 and a bit years ago. It's when the whole like Mineshafts came out, when I can't even remember what came out. I think it was Mineshafts, Ravines, that update. So it was a long time ago. It was before the 1.0 update came out for PC, so it's a long time, way before Xbox or PS3 Minecraft, before console edition Minecraft, anything, when it was just PC and it was in beta. So yeah, a long time. Question number 3 comes from SkyGuy510X or 510X, and he asks, are you going to have a face reveal anytime soon? Now, personally, I don't really want a face reveal at the moment because I'm at college and I'm really socially awkward, and if someone came up to me at college or someone came up to me in the street and asked me right now if I ran a YouTube channel, I would probably have a little panic attack. But that's only part of the reason. Again, I always told myself that 100k was my goal and that I would reveal my face at 100k, because then I would have reached my goal and I would be over the moon, and yeah, I would kind of owe you guys. So I'm going to say 100k, I don't know, it might change, it might not, but yeah, for now, let's just say 100k. So, question number 4 comes from Fox Bros, and he wants to know, why is the eyes blue in the intro, but at the outro they're black? Now that is a really good question. I didn't actually know what he was talking about until I checked the intro and the outro and realised he was actually right. So yeah, that's a good point. I never actually noticed that. There's no real answer, it's just, I guess, a mistake by the guy who made it. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but hey, it's not a big deal, so hopefully it doesn't irritate too many of you guys. Anyways, question number 5, the last of the quickfire questions, comes from CrystalWolf212, and they ask, do you like muffins? Now, this is a really like situational question. I love muffins, but not if they are dry muffins. To get them really dry muffins, I like cardboard, and I'm not a fan of cardboard, especially not eating it. So if it's like a really nice like chocolate muffin with like the sauce in it and everything, amazing. If it's cardboard muffin and chewy and dry and not nice, then no thank you. I would rather have a apple, which says a lot. Anyways, on to the more meaty questions, shall I say. So we are starting with question number 1, which comes from CrocPlays. He sent it over at Twitter, as you can see, and he asks, what is your favourite movie? So this is quite a difficult one. Recently, I've restarted getting into the whole Avengers and the Marvel scene. Before, I was never really a fan of superhero movies, and Deadpool was kind of like the turning point in that. I really enjoyed Deadpool. So if the question was of 2016, it would be definitely Deadpool. In the past, like, general scheme of all time, I'm not too sure actually, thinking about it. I really do like Madagascar, like the animated film. And I also really like Toy Story, so I'm really into animated films actually. In terms of non-animated films, probably Shawshank Redemption. It's an amazing film with Morgan Freeman. I absolutely love that film. Like, the story behind it is great, the cinematography is amazing, and yeah, I would have to probably say Shawshank Redemption is my favourite all-time film. But yeah, it's a close one with the animated films as well. They're great. Always love Disney Pixar, no matter what they do, great films. Question number 2 comes from Easter Lemon, aka the Lazy Lemon on Twitter. Again, another question submitted from my Twitter, and he wants to know, how did you get your name, which is of course Gummy or Gummy Bear Games. So I don't want to be a party pooper, I don't want to disappoint you guys. There's no real reason why I have my name. I can't actually remember why I came up with the name Gummy Bear, and no, it's nothing to do with the song, because personally I don't actually like the song, which might be a real shocker to some of you. But yeah, the song actually is quite irritating. But yeah, I don't really know. I just remember my gamer tag when I set up Xbox Live was Gummy Bear 5000, and from that, I guess, came Gummy Bear Games, because I wasn't very original. And over time, I've abbreviated it to Gummy because I think it sounds cooler, and it doesn't sound as like childish, because I wanted my channel to be more of a long-term thing. I didn't want to be known as Gummy Bear at the age of like 30. So yeah, I guess that's where it came from. It's been abbreviated and changed along the way, but I don't really know where the origin was, so apologies about that. But yeah, that's all I can really tell you about that. Okie dokie, so moving on to question number 3 is from our good friend Jared, or Jared Gaming, and he wants to know, why is Jared Gaming better at League of Legends than you? Hashtag Gummy50k. Now, I know a lot of you probably don't play League, but for the few that do, you'll probably understand exactly what I'm going to say. If you don't, you probably won't understand a word of it. But I finished last season in Silver 5, which is awful, compared to Jared, who didn't finish at all. And this season I'm in Bronze 1, which again is awful, and he's in Bronze 2, but my win-loss ratio is 10% higher than him, and I'm also 200,000 places ahead of him in EU West. So yeah, I don't know, you can conclude what you want from that, but yeah, Jared, better. Yeah. Okay, so not to gloat, moving on to question number 4, we are presented with a question from Chris_S010_4_L1F3 on Instagram. This was one of the rare ones from Instagram, and he wants to know, what was the hardest build you have ever done? Now, personally, in terms of me designing, the hardest build was probably the Rocket Raccoon statue. I don't think I actually ever did a tutorial on that, interestingly. That was a while back, a long time ago, and that was really difficult and took me a long time. Some of the Star Wars ones were somewhat difficult, but nothing too special. In terms of the hardest tutorial I've ever done, it's got to be either the Nightmare Bonnie or the Nightmare Chica / Jacko Bonnie. They were really difficult, and definitely took some time, because I actually messed them up quite a few times and had to re-record, so that was always fun. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. So, moving on to the next question. This comes from Jordan Moreland, and he wants to know, why would you leave your job? How will you make money? Now, this is in perspective to the fact that I recently announced I quit my job at the supermarket that I used to work at part-time. And really, the reality of why I left that job was the fact that it was only 1 day a week, so I was making barely any money from it. It was an unnecessary stress, because college is already like busy enough. And it made scheduling really difficult, made YouTube difficult, and my overall goal in life is to be in the media industry. YouTube is the media industry, it's a part of the media industry, whether people want to accept it or not. So I want to pursue YouTube as much as possible, as well as like pursuing other ideas and career paths in the media industry, and I just didn't see the supermarket job taking me that way. Plus, the fact is, I'm at college, I don't have any bills, I don't have a house to pay for, bills to pay. The only thing I have to pay for is food, and when I get my car, which should be in the next month or two, like petrol and stuff, and insurance. So I don't actually need that much money, and having a part-time job like YouTube just fits life so much easier, and means I can focus on what I enjoy, and trying to pursue my career as much as possible. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I I guess penultimately came to the decision that money was not making me happy, and I wanted to follow my goals and my dreams first. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason behind that. So moving swiftly on to the next question. This is from Kermit Gaming, and he asks, "Hi Gummy, before I send you a question, I'd like to say, could you do a survival series?" And the answer to that is yes. On my second channel, I'll be launching a survival series in the very near future, hopefully. No promises there, but I really do want to pursue something like that on the second channel. Again, this main channel is mainly for tutorials and stuff like that, showcases, tutorial, community builds, you name it. But on the second channel, I'm definitely going to be doing stuff like that, so if you want that, then definitely check out the link in the description again. And in regards to the second part of your question, are you doing any conventions? Now this summer, the summer just gone should I say, I did go to Minecon in London. I also went to Insomnia and EGX. This year I intend to go to EGX in the UK, or should I say in Birmingham, which is in September. I think I intend to go for the 3 days this time potentially, so the weekend. And in terms of Insomnia, I might go to the one in the summer, because from what I know, Jared might be coming over from America to the UK to go to Insomnia, so I might join him at that, but that's not confirmed. Minecon, gonna have to pass this year. I'm not gonna be able to make it to, I guess, LA, isn't it in? Or California? I'm not too sure, I can't remember. I think it's in California. I'm not gonna be able to make that, unfortunately, and same with PAX as well. So it's looking like EGX is definite, and Insomnia maybe. But again, I'll keep you updated on the Twitter and the other social media, so definitely stay tuned for that. So, our next question is coming from Bonnie the Bunny 5342, and they ask, how did you become a YouTuber? Now, I'm going to give you a bit more of an in-depth reason behind why I did it. So I was originally playing on a Minecraft server with a bunch of people who were all starting to get into YouTube, and I felt a bit like left out, so I joined them. And I was making these really poor quality, like, not let's play, but like, I guess world tours of the faction server which I played on, which was called Dark Assassin Craft. And yeah, from there I just started building pixel arts, and that's kind of how the channel grew. Really, I was inspired by a few YouTubers, mainly the Syndicate project. He was a big factor into what got me into YouTube, and what made me an active user on the site. But yeah, the reason why was because I just felt left out, really. I was talking to a group of friends, and they were all recording, and I thought, why not? Let's just start, and yeah, that's kind of where it took off. So, moving on, the next question from Sean Curtis is, how did you get so good at building? Now, this is a question I get asked quite a lot, and it's a question I don't really like to answer, because it's very, like, it'd be very obnoxious and very arrogant of me to answer it in a positive way, I guess, because honestly, I don't actually see myself as that good of a builder. I just see I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into it, and I sometimes get good results out of it. Now, compared to other builders such as TSMC or Lazar, again, they are much better, and they can do designs a lot more better than I can. But in reality, I just put a lot of time into it, and occasionally things turn out nice. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so moving on to the next question, which is a question I get, again, a lot, and it's one that I've been particularly keen to answer. So this is from Happy Tiger Low, aka Tumblr Tiger, from the Frosted Network server, and they ask, what motivated you to start YouTube? Was it for the money, the fame, because it was your passion, or was you inspired by any other YouTubers? Now, this is going to kind of seem like I'm ranting, but I'll explain in a second. I didn't start for the money, I didn't start for the fame. I was inspired by YouTubers such as Syndicate, him being an example, and also Ethos Lab was someone who really got me into the whole like tutorial side of things, because originally he used to do tutorials, and yeah, it was mainly because it was my passion. I had friends who were doing it, and it seemed like something fun. Back when I started, which was 2012, was really like the start of when the whole like money thing started coming into YouTube. So yeah, that wasn't really even a factor. It was just something that I kind of dropped into midway. I realised that I could turn my hobby into a part-time job, which is always a great thing. But yeah, the rant that I was saying about, you should never start YouTube for the money. Now, the reason behind that is because you have to hit around 30,000 subscribers, I would say, and consistently be hitting a lot of views to actually make any form of like money from it, and to like make up for your investment. The investment that has to go into YouTube, such as equipment, is much more significant than what you'll get out of it unless you're hitting big views. So that should always be what you have to bear in mind when you're starting a channel. You're not going to get mega money out of it straight away. Well, unless you hit it huge and get like 100k subs in like a week, then you probably would. But yeah, you have to really hit it big to make some serious money on YouTube, and if that's your I guess, motivation is to make money, you're probably looking in the wrong way, and you should maybe focus more on hobbies and trying to drop into a career later on, which is kind of what's happened to me. I went into it to have fun, and it's turned into something I really enjoy, which I can also call my part-time job. So yeah, it's a really lucky and fortunate position to be in, but it's never something you should set out to get. So, moving on to the next question. This comes from Denise Loveless, and they ask, Gummy, what was the first video game you ever played? Now, this really made me think back and really brought up some really great memories, to be honest. And the earliest game I can actually remember playing was Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart on PS2. PS2 was the first proper console I ever had. My family had a PS1, but they had James Bond and stuff on there, and I was really young, so I was never really allowed to play it. But I remember when I got my PS2, I got Crash Bandicoot, and it was a great game. I also got Simpsons Road Rage, which was really, really fun as well. So they were probably one of the earlier games. I also had a Game Boy Advance SP, and on there, I had Simpsons Road Rage. I had stuff like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man. So yeah, some of them really old classic games. But yeah, I would probably say it's got to be Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart. That was probably the first game I ever played, and was a really, really fun game, and I probably should go and play it again, because I still have a PS2, and I haven't used it in years, which is really, really not good. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. On to the next one. Hey, so before I start this question, I'm going to first off apologise if I butcher your name, because I'm really bad with pronunciation. So this question is from Aitisham, or Mirza. Again, apologies if I've completely butchered that name. And they asked, what is your favourite build? You're awesome, thank you very much. When did you start to make videos, and what platform did you play on? Okay, so I started making videos October 2012. My channel was made in July 2012. I'm not sure if my videos from then are still up. I may have deleted them. What is your favourite build? So far, it's definitely the Five Nights at Freddy's Office Hide and Seek map I made. I'm really, really proud of that, and it's got over 10,000 downloads now, which is a huge accomplishment for me. I never thought a map I would make would be that successful. Followed shortly by the Artistic Adventures map, I would probably say. And in terms of what platforms you play on, I used to play on exclusively PC when I first started. Now I play on PC and Xbox One. My 360 still available. I haven't got it hooked up at the moment purely because I haven't got enough HDMI slots. But yeah, at the moment it's PC, Xbox 360, Xbox One. Mainly PC because I play a lot of games like League of Legends and a lot of Steam games whilst on Skype. But occasionally I'll hop on Xbox to Minecraft and also to Call of Duty. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And again, one last time, I apologise so badly for my pronunciation of your name. So moving on to the next question. This is a bundle question. I really do love these ones. These are really good. And this is from Bravest Fox 55 YT. And he wants to know, 1, do you like wolves or foxes? I like wolves. My dog hates foxes, so that's kind of the reason behind that. Question number 2, do you like apples and oranges? Or apples or oranges, should I say? I love apples. Pink Lady apples are the best. Other apples, not so much. I really like sweet, crisp, juicy apples. Apart from that, not really. Oranges, I love orange juice, but don't like oranges, weirdly. I don't know what that's all about. And the final question, who's your favourite YouTuber at the moment? Without a doubt, Casey Neistat. I love him. I love his channel and his content and the work that goes into his content. Myself, being someone who wants to get into the media industry, I really see the value and the, I guess, effort that goes into his work and how good it is in relation to other people in the industry. So yeah, definitely by far Casey Neistat is my favourite YouTuber as of now. So yeah. So the next question, which again is related to video games, which is always nice, is from Christian Rabago, and he wants to know, what is my favourite video game? So this changes quite a lot. I used to really love Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I think that was probably my favourite game and probably my most played game until recent, which is now League of Legends. I play League of Legends every day, probably 3 or 4 matches a day, which is absolutely crazy considering they're like 40 minutes each. I play the game way too much. I spend way too much money on it. If you haven't played it, don't try it. You'll get addicted and you'll spend all your money, which is not good. If you have played it, then you'll know it's a really great game. It has some really big flaws in it, and it's really irritating sometimes, but it's a really addictive game, and it's something you can always sit down with your friends and have a laugh and have some fun on. So yeah, League of Legends is probably my favourite game, and I play it an awful lot. Moving on to the next question from Chris Dishini. Again, apologies for pronunciation. And they ask, how did you start doing pixel arts and statues? Again, I think I covered this a bit in the previous Q&A I did, but that was a while ago, so I'll go over it again. Originally it was because I was building on a server, and I was building pixel arts and looking at templates, and they were really cool, and I couldn't find what I wanted. Like, there was barely any variation, it was the same thing. So I got into designing, and then once I got into designing, I saw like there was a gap. No one was really doing tutorials of original pixel art at the time, so I was like, hey, I'm going to do some tutorials, see how it goes, and it went really well. And yeah, that's kind of the start of that. Since then I've just been doing tutorials because 1, I find it fun, but 2, I like having an active audience, and it's what keeps you guys active. So hey, that's what I enjoy, and if that's what keeps it like that, then that's what I gotta do. So yeah, that's kind of what kept me in it, and that's what started me in the first place, I guess. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. So the next question comes from TSMC, and a lot of you guys probably know his channel. He's a really awesome guy and makes some cool videos, so if you haven't seen them, definitely check them out. But he has come up with a really creative question. I really like this, and it reads, if you could attain the characteristics of one animal, which would it be and why? For example, the legs of an antelope. Now, I thought about this super hard, probably too hard in fact, and I came up with 2 ideas. Now, they're not probably the best, and I'm probably missing something really obvious that I would love to have, but this is all I could think of. So, option 1, bird. Wings. I would want to have wings because I love traveling, I love adventuring, visiting new places, getting places fast. I don't like the time that takes to travel, but I love traveling to new places. So having wings would make everything faster. No longer would you need to get on a plane, you could just fly there. It would be great. However, one issue with that, I'm scared of heights. So that kind of chucks that idea under the bus a bit. So, alternatively, I came up with the idea of like legs of a cheetah, because you could just run places super fast. No more waiting for the bus to get to college, you could run to college, and you could get there equally as fast, or if not faster. But yeah, that idea is kind of let down by the fact that I'm kind of lazy and don't really like running too much. So yeah, overall, I'd probably say wings, because again, I love adventuring. I'd maybe get over the whole height problems after a while. You never know, you'd get used to it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say wings for now, but I'm probably missing something really obvious. So I'm gonna be hitting myself later when I realise that, for example, I could be a koala or something like that. I don't know. But hey, yeah, hopefully that answers the question. I'd be a bird. Let's say an eagle, because they're cool birds and they're really cool compared to pigeon. Why would I want to be a pigeon? With that said, moving on to the next question. This comes from Adrian Rodriguez, and he asks, if you didn't do Minecraft videos, what would you do? Honestly, I'd probably do League of Legends content or Call of Duty content. Originally, I went for a phase where I was actually doing Call of Duty content on my second channel. That was where that kind of started off, and it was under the name Virtuality. But I kind of gave up with that, really, because the Call of Duty community isn't that strong anymore, and it has really negative aspects of it. I know the Minecraft community does as well, especially with recent events. But I feel it's still got a real nice community feel, and there's a few people looking out for each other, and that's always cool. But yeah, if I wasn't doing Minecraft videos, I'd probably be doing League of Legends content, maybe. I don't know. It's a difficult one to say. But yeah, probably League of Legends, because it is my favourite game at the moment, and I normally would make content based around what I'm enjoying. Of course, I enjoy Minecraft, but I'm going on the basis, if Minecraft didn't exist, what would I do? So yeah, probably League of Legends. So, the next question is asking about Jared, and this comes from Minerman64 Minecraft, and he wants to know, how did you meet Jared, aka Jared Gaming, aka the guy who thinks he's better at League than me, even though he's not, statistically proven. So yeah, I met him, gosh, it must have been about a year and a half ago now, and I met him actually via James or Givers Gaming. He was friends with Big B Stats, and Big B Stats was friends with Jared, and yeah, we were in a call with Big B, and Jared was in it, and that's how I met Jared. And then I guess we just spoke a lot, and we played, I believe it was Tekkit together, or some form of mod pack. And yeah, we just stayed up really late. That was when I actually left sixth form, so I was staying up till like 5 in the morning with him, just playing modded Minecraft and chatting and having a good time. And now we're really good friends. I talk to him every day and play League of Legends. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much how we met, through James and Mr. Big B Stats. Oh, we are nearly coming to the end of the Q&A, but from this question here from Bradley Wilkins, he asked, will you be playing any other games than Minecraft? Again, this is similar to the whole, if there wasn't Minecraft, what would you be playing on the channel? And frankly, again, maybe League of Legends, but this is where my second channel comes in. I want to be playing some other games on there, potentially like Call of Duty, I want to get away from the whole Grand Theft Auto thing because I know my channel is predominantly a younger audience. I know GTA might not be appropriate for that. That might be a bit contradictory though, saying that Call of Duty is, but who knows. I know that Call of Duty has a lot younger demographic these days, but yeah, that's something I would refocus on the second channel. So on the main channel it's going to be purely Minecraft for now. Unless you guys really want something different and want something new. But yeah, for now, Minecraft, second channel, whatever goes, I don't know. The second to last question comes from Game to Play, brackets GTB, bracket, and he goes, are you going to make superhero statues, aka Marvel, DC, that kind of stuff? I don't know. It may be something I consider after the Star Wars series. I kind of want to wrap that up because I have a tendency to not finish series, like the Call of Duty one I did a while ago, the Adventure Time one, the what was the new one I did? The Undertale one, that's the one. I have a thing about not wrapping up series, so I want to try and finish the Star Wars one before I start anything new. But yeah, Marvel's definitely something that I would consider. Haven't really seen many DC films, so I'm not really too into that yet. But after seeing Deadpool and also some of the newer Marvel films like The Avengers, Spider-Man, stuff like that, it's really awesome, and it's definitely something I consider in the future. But for now, again, I'm going to focus on wrapping up what I've already started rather than starting a new series and just making it really complicated. So I hope you understand. And in terms of requests, I know a lot of people requested stuff. In terms of Five Nights at Freddy's World, I've specified that I'm going to be doing 4 tutorials on the main channel and the rest will be on the second channel, so I'll leave a link again for, I guess, the 50th time I've said in this video, to my second channel, and hopefully you'll check that out and stick around for the Five Nights at Freddy's World tutorials on there. And as I specified in the past, the reason why I'm doing this is because I do not enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's World, the game, and I kind of feel a bit bad making content on a game I don't enjoy. But yeah, you guys want it really badly, and you guys have got me this far, so I kind of owe it to you. That's the way I see it. So that's why I've reluctantly done the series, but I've compromised and done it on my second channel. So that's where that's at. And in terms of requests, always feel free to comment what you want. Whether it gets done or not is a whole different scenario because I get tons of requests a day. So hopefully you'll understand that. But yeah, superheroes, definitely something I could consider doing in the future. Oh, that brings us to our final question. And boy, my voice hurts. So this comes from Patson So, and they want to know, why do you love Minecraft? Now, it's one of the things, I've had a love-hate relationship with Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft for 4 years now, and there's been many phases where I've gone off of it, and I've been bored of it, and I've hated it, but there's also been many phases where I love it, and there's also the everyday, day-to-day kind of thing, where I don't love it, I don't hate it, it's just something that's fun, and passes time. It's just one of them games. It's something that you can play for a long time because it's always changing, it's never the same, it's not a set storyline, you do what you want to do, and I think that's what I love about it. I used to love playing with Lego when I was younger, and this is kind of like virtual Lego because Lego is expensive, man, whereas Minecraft is one-off, and then you just build whatever you want for however long you want, and it's just really great, and especially multiplayer. I never used to play multiplayer, so now I've got into the whole multiplayer side of things, playing on servers. It's just really refreshed my interest in Minecraft and made it a really fun game again. So yeah, that's pretty much why I love it. It's just fresh content every time. You can do what you want to do, and it's unlimited possibilities. So yeah, with that said and done, that is our last question, and my voice is really starting to disintegrate. You can probably tell it's going a bit croaky, but that was 25 questions. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. It really does mean a lot. I know Q&A is not necessarily the best special in the world, so I will be doing the gaming setup tour as soon as possible, and I want to really look into doing some more specials in the video in the future, should I say, such as Draw My Lives, and maybe some original stuff. I want to stay away somewhat from the whole generic specials and maybe try and come up with something original, but hey, it's really difficult, but I'll see what I can do. I really want to try and do something cool, and maybe even if it's not a special, just a random video every so often. Let me know if you want that. But yeah, anyways, again, big thank you. It really does mean a lot. I probably find it difficult to express in my voice tone how much it does mean, but my overall goal when I started YouTube was 100,000 subscribers, and the first 2 years were so slow that I always thought that goal was never achievable. I've now found myself halfway to that goal, and ever closing in on it, so it's really awesome, and it makes me feel really great inside, as well as really humble that I've got an awesome group of followers like yourselves. So with that said and done, again, thank you for all your support recently on all the videos in the past year and a half. It's been crazy, and I'll continue to try and pump out as many good videos for you guys to enjoy as possible, as well as the introduction of my second channel. I'm going to be pumping out even more for you guys. So yeah, with that said and done, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, definitely consider leaving a like. And again, until next time, my name's been Tom or Gummy, and thank you very much for 50,000 subscribers. I'll see you when I see you.
But it's no use, cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through.